So the subconscious mind is not some abstract thing. It's not a made-up thing. It is, if you took the brain and you looked at all the things that the brain is doing that it is aware of. For example, I'm aware that I'm making this video. I'm aware of what I want to say. The subconscious mind are the parts of the brain that do not have or are not occupying focal awareness. The subconscious mind is the part of the brain that is active, but we are not aware of what's going on. We are not giving it mental focus until, of course, we notice it. So for example, up until this point in time, I've been moving my hands in a certain way. Now I notice it, but prior to, it was just happening subconsciously. The posture in which I have, right? Or the demeanor, the energy, how I show up, all of these things are based in the subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind is built on, what it's really made up of is a bunch of conditioning. It's conditioning, right? It's like we've been molded. When we were babies, yes, there is some inheritance via genetics, but a lot of what happened to us and the way our subconscious mind has formed has been molding. Think of molding clay. Babies, children, they're molded by what they see, hear, and experience, traumas or not, right? The environment, the people, places, and things, all these things shape our beliefs and shape our identity. Our beliefs are important for two reasons. Our beliefs shape how we see ourselves, which is our identity, and shape how we see the world, perception, right? And the core fundamental beliefs, self-esteem, self-belief, self-worth, right? Those three, and there's a couple of others that I'm sure I'm missing, but those three are the ones that I tend to focus on, because those three things really make up the identity of a person, how we see ourselves and how we believe we fit into the world. The good thing is beliefs can be changed. The tough thing is it's very difficult to change them on our own, because by the time we realize that it's important to change the beliefs we have because we're not living the life we want, they're so set in stone. Right? And this is at the point where it takes a very, very long journey of commitment and unrelenting accountability, but also you most likely need to seek a professional, and that is okay. That is a good thing. So the subconscious mind, it acts like a bank. It stores all of the things that have ever happened to us, interactions, traumas, places. It's the reason why we feel a certain way when we're around, a male or a female, maybe because of something that might have happened to us in our past with a close relative who was a male or a female. All these things are stored in the subconscious mind. Most of them, the vast majority of them meaning the things that have happened to us, stored so deeply that we cannot recall them. And hypnosis comes into this because it gets us into a very sponge-like suggestible state where these things can rise to the top. And so the degree of clarity to which people can recall the things that have happened to them in the past, one in hypnosis, is extraordinary. But that is the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind houses everything we believe to be true about ourselves and the world. Okay, now the universe, and write this down, the universe operates on our beliefs, right? This is why two children can grow up in the same home and have two completely different sets of experiences in their childhood. Same parents, same home. Because of their beliefs about how they're being treated, how much they matter, their self-esteem, right? And they will have two completely different trajectories in life. And of course, like I said before, there are natural inheritances, there's DNA, there's genetics and things that matter, right? Most of this has to do with the subconscious mind, okay? So I want you to think of the subconscious mind like I always use this analogy, think of like a fresh sheet of snow after a snowy day on a snow hill, on a ski hill. And people, start to ski and start to snowboard, and they make their grooves in the snow. And after a while, it becomes a lot easier just to follow the same groove, right? So it's like we are following the same patterns. When we were children, when we were growing up, we were told that we were supposed to speak a certain way or act in a certain way, or that we mattered or didn't matter based on little subtle or maybe direct and overt interactions. We learned how to fit in the world in a way that we could survive and also be rewarded. And so those are the grooves we continue to go down. And so what happens is in adulthood, those things manifest in very different ways. So someone's level of self-esteem might show up as feeling incredibly worthy of building an online platform, or maybe not so much, because while they might be incredibly intelligent and well-spoken and magnetic in their energy, they don't feel as though they are good enough, right? That matters a lot with imposter syndrome, so on and so forth. So that is the subconscious mind. The beliefs are so critical important, right? So the subconscious mind houses the beliefs, okay? Draw the connection. The beliefs are important because the beliefs are not things that we think about. The beliefs are the lens through which we see the world. They are our VR goggles. And not just mentally, but they also produce physical sensations, right? Anxiety, nervousness, butterflies, right? Bad feelings or good feelings in our stomach. Those are our beliefs at work. And our beliefs are not things that we think about, hence why they are stored in the subconscious mind, and that is good and bad for the following reasons. Our beliefs will either propel us into success or hinder us into success, and we won't know why. It's like a glass wall or a glass ceiling because we're not aware of it. Remember, the subconscious mind is the part of the brain that does not have or does not occupy focal awareness, okay? If you have massive self-belief, massive self-esteem, massive self-worth, you are going to be thrusted. You're going to be looking for ways to become a somebody. You're going to be looking for ways to provide value. You're going to be looking for ways to build a business, whatever success is to you. And it will feel like 1 ounce of effort will equal 3 ounces of result. That's what it means to be it's like you're in a stream. It's like you're going with the current. That is what the right beliefs will do for you. The wrong beliefs is like swimming upstream, going against a current, right? You can eventually make it there, but it will feel very difficult, or a lot more difficult than it needs to be. These are the people who cannot understand why they're not making any progress in life, or they make a few months of progress and then go back to where they were. It's because of the beliefs, guys. It's the beliefs, right? It's the beliefs. What do you believe to be true about the world? And most people cannot identify it, because what you believe about yourself and about the world, how the world works, how you fit in it, whether people are good or bad, all these things. What you believe is very different from what you think you believe. If you want to know what you believe, you just look at your actions. Look at what you have accomplished in a 24-hour day. Look at the attitude you brought to all of those activities, and then describe that kind of person. Like if someone else showed you their calendar, you'd be able to make assessments and prejudgments as to what kind of person that person is, whether they feel that the work they're doing is worth their time. Look at how much time they're spending on it. Look at the attitude they're bringing to it, right? How consistently are they going back to it every single day, the following days, right? So your beliefs are demonstrated, or your beliefs reveal themselves through your actions. Therefore, with that being said, our subconscious mind is like the soil, right? It's the soil and from which all our behaviors stem from, the branches, and then the leaves are the outcomes. The leaves are the outcomes, the fruits of our labor, the interactions, right? But the subconscious mind is the soil, and you can do as much as you want to try and craft the path of your life and all these different things, but really you have to address the beliefs, and you need to address the beliefs you hold if you don't have the reality that you want, number one, and number two, if you continuously feel like you're going against a current. Those are the two biggest indicators. It's not overcomplicated. And so with that being said, I will say, because the 1% is the 1%, 99% of people do not have the right beliefs. And when you have the right beliefs, then it's a matter of, if you're sure that you do, or if you're continuously working at it, then it's really just a matter of giving yourself enough time. Because that's the other thing. I hypnotize people for success. Their version of success, mental performance, high performance. And sometimes they get overly caught up in not giving themselves enough time. It still takes time. The outcomes still take time. The fruits still take time to grow off of the trees. But my job is to ensure that you are in the stream of success, meaning the outcomes take time, but you can be the person you need to be in order to get those outcomes overnight. I hope that makes sense to you guys, right? The subconscious mind can be your best friend or your worst enemy. It's like the person who's looking out for you when you're not paying attention. When you are occupied and your focus is on your work, your subconscious mind, it's out here, right? It's the energy, it's the beliefs, it's all these things, what you believe about yourself. There are a lot of different ways to slowly and change the beliefs we hold. I spoke on how I hypnotized myself for success. And I mentioned a few things there, but the most important thing was the biggest changes happen on the identity level. And so if you want to make rapid change, I'm talking overnight change, you need to change what you identify with. How do you know what you identify with? It's the people, the places, and the things. The people you're around, including family, the places, so your home, your environment, your country, your location, where you frequent, right? And also when it comes to people, the content you consume, right? Who you listen to, who you look to for advice, for inspiration, and the things, the activities you do, the habits you engage in, right? Exercise, right? That is the fastest way to create deep imprints, aka new grooves in the subconscious mind. I hope that helps, guys. I wish someone had explained it to me in that way. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm gonna share everything I know with you guys. I've been called, I've been spoken to, I've been made very aware that our time together is limited. And so I'm fully devoted to providing transformation in the people I work with on one basis, but also here, sharing everything I know with you guys about what I know to be true, okay? When it comes to making massive transformation in your life, for real. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. My only ask, if you made it this far, is to just give this video a like. Just click the like button, give it a thumbs up so that this can reach other people who really need it, all right? See you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.